This is all about questions. Questions that open up dialogue. Great conversations. They often start with a great question. But how will you find that question and bring it up to the surface? Shape it to make it an invitation for conversation. My name is Jeffer London, and as a catalyst for conversation, I think we have to invest in questions. Einstein said it so well: if my life depended on solving a problem in 1 hour, I'd put 55 minutes into the question so I could solve it in 5 minutes. But how to shape that question? How to find the question that's going to give us the conversation that we're looking for? One of my favorite techniques for finding the stimulus for conversation is called stacking questions. It came from a project that was basically stuck. We were doing an annual general meeting, myself and a core team, and people were flying in from all over the world, 100 people, big cost, but no reason for these people to get together, except it was the AGM. So we started asking questions. What topic shall we bring to this topic? What topic are they interested in? What interests do they have? How should they participate? What would participation mean? What is the value of participation? What questions could be answered by participating? When those answers are found, what does our future look like as a group? How do you envisage our shared future? What questions do we need to answer today to make our future come true tomorrow? Etc., etc. The questions just kept stacking up, one on top of the other, on top of the other. So you simply stack up the questions. But what's important is the 2 people or 3 people just ask question after question. There's no answers. There's no reframing. There's no extra little bits of context. Just the quality of asking yourself and others the question and offering another question. And it naturally gets deeper and deeper and deeper. I'd like you to think about your current project. What conversation would you like them to be having? What question is going to open up that conversation? I'd like you to write it down. Write down what's the question that's going to open up the conversation that the group around you really need to be having. So you have this big question. It's going to be a great conversation. Let's fine-tune your question to make sure you have the right conversation that you want to have with your group. Here's 3 things to think about. Is the question real? Is it relevant to the real people and the real work that they do? If it doesn't feel relevant, they're not going to say, hey, I want to talk about that. Okay, question 2. What do you want this question to accomplish? What is the work that it's going to generate? What will they do? Will they brainstorm? Will they explore? Will they get into dialogue? Will they coach each other? Will they envisage the future? Are they going to draw pictures because of this? What are they going to produce? And is it generative? Is it going to generate hope, aspirations, new possibilities? Framing it with a positive side generally makes a conversation that's going to have more fruit as well in that positive, appreciative mode. All right, and finally, point 3. Is it fresh? Is this a fresh question? If you've already answered this question 100 times, it's not interesting. If you as the consultant know the answer, not interesting. It's a good question if we don't know the answer. And if you frame it in a way that feels both relevant and unique, you got it. So relevant, it makes sense for me, it makes sense for our organization, but also unique, like, that's special. I didn't think about that. Let's talk about that. That is a lot of questions, but I do have one answer, and that is Yes. Yes, you can download the handout for free, and you can get it at hashtag BCD2015. BCD is Berlin Change Days. This is a little teaser for that event, which happens in November in Berlin. It's Berlin Change Days. So BCD 2015, or on my blog, which is www.jeffer-london.com. That's JEFFER LONDON.com. Hope to see you there.